what stands out to me is just watching the Republican convention and they're spewing this fear, right? Like, all you hear is Donald Trump and all of them talking about fear. We're the ones getting killed. We're the ones getting shot. We're the ones that we're denied to live in certain communities. We've been hung, we've been shot, and all you do is keep hearing about fear. It's amazing to me why we keep loving this country and this country does not love us back. And it's really so sad. Like, I should just be a coach. And it's so often reminded of my color. You know, it's just really sad. We got to do better. But we got to demand better. Like, we got, you know, it's funny. We protest and they send riot guards, right? They send people in riot outfits. They go to Michigan with guns and they're spitting on cops and nothing happens. The training has to change in the police force. The unions have to be taken down in the police force. My dad was a cop. I believe in good cops. We're not trying to defund the police and take all their money away. We're trying to get them to protect us, just like they protect everybody else. I didn't want to talk about it before the game because it's so hard, like, to just keep watching it. That video, if you watch that video, you don't need to be black to be outraged. You need to be American and outraged. And how dare the Republicans talk about fear? We're the ones that need to be scared. We're the ones having to talk to every black child. What white father has to give his son a talk about being careful if you get pulled over?
Yeah, you have at the convention, Doc Rivers, extraordinary. You have at the convention the sons of a billionaire who inherited $400 million, talking about fear, stirring fear, trying to stir fear among white voters in the suburbs that the blacks are coming to get you. And talking about the fear, just making things up. Talking about the fear, they're coming for you. They're going to abolish the suburbs. Gangs are coming to your neighborhoods and are going to kill you and your families. They talk about fear, Shauna, and yet, as Doc Rivers said, Donald Trump never had to sit his sons down and have the talk with his sons that, hey, you know, if you get stopped while you're driving in your Porsche or your Lamborghini or whatever they drive in, as you're going down to Atlantic City, turn the lights on inside the car, keep your hands on the dashboard, because if you make the wrong move, you may get shot. Extraordinary point that Doc Rivers made.
I think it was an extraordinary point, but I also think it was extraordinary with Doc Rivers. Because when you see a LeBron, you see a Doc Rivers, you see people that are not activists like I am, that are not involved in movements for decades, but that step outside of their zone. Maybe a lot of people, and clearly from the polling, it is true, a lot of people that don't ordinarily give the kind of attention they should are going to look at this. And then you contrast it with a president who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and never had to fear anything but getting caught up in some real estate schemes of discrimination. Start trying to put fear in the hearts of people. He has people that held weapons on non-violent protesters in St. Louis and are under indictment for doing so, featured to speak at the Republican National Convention. That is why people like Doc Rivers and all are calling out. And you contrast that, lastly, Joe, and we look at the fact that the mother told the story. The mother of Jacob yesterday told the story that when she was standing at bedside with her son and said, let's pray, there was someone in the room, an officer, and her son said, are you a person of faith? Said yes. And he said, pray with us. They could pray together with people that you would think they would be angry at a time that a president is stoking fear. Fear against who and for what? This has to stop, and we're the only ones that are going to be able to stop it, and that's all of us together.
A second angle that was released yesterday, which does show Blake interacting with the police officers beforehand.
Mom, get back! Mom! Mom! You have to get back!
It is chilling, and remember, there are children in the car there, but does that video illuminate anything to you?
You know, I don't think so. I mean, do you see really anything on the video that would in any way justify the shooting of Jacob 7 times as he's going towards his car? Remember, his 3 little children are in the car. And there really isn't anything seen or any account of anything that Jacob did that would even come close to justifying the use of deadly force. Not only the use of deadly force, but 7 shots. You know, completely unacceptable. And they're going to, you know, they're going to have to give justice to Jacob, and the intent of the legal team is to prosecute that and have Jacob compensated, in addition to the children.